Okay, so from my research, I was doing it on basically adult learners, so getting you mature learners, not adult learners, and they came up with basically, they do struggle, and we kind of seem to take in an awful lot of adult learners. Actually, outside of this, can we get a percentage of how many are actually mature learners? No,
Yeah, we can.
That would be great.
I don't know whether we can because I know whether staff can access it, but Niamh can access it because I would have a record of the youngest learner and the oldest learner.
Okay, so
we get a breakdown of ages, so I could do that for you, no problem.
I would love it just to get, because we definitely are getting more, but just to actually see, and it seems to be like the FETAC colleges are definitely the ones that get more mature learners. Now the LITs and the universities are getting them kind of from us, but there's a lot more coming back to us, and that's what I'm trying to help out these people. So a lot of what came out of the research was like that they just, they need not someone to hold their hand, but they just need a little bit more support because they're going in and they feel very inadequate. A lot of it is computer generated. They just, it frightens them. And what I'm suggesting is actually online, so I don't know how good or bad you think it is. It's basically to have a forum. I spoke to Patrick and it'd be literally just adding a button to our website called forum or boards or something like that. You'd have to be like a member of the college to get into it. And I would say I would put up threads, they're called, basically how did you find your first week or something like that, or is computers too hard, something on those lines. Maybe somebody from business would put up something on that, and you would just log in as if it was your email, nothing too complicated, and you could actually put up something or you could answer something and kind of support each other that way. Now it's still online, and that is kind of the problem I think with it, but I don't see another way around that because everything is kind of going online. And I'll let you talk now, and and the other thing, because I was talking to Margaret,
I just have to try to remember what you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
So much coming in. Okay, carry on.
I've said it to Margaret and Carmen because what I'm trying to do is say it to as many people from as different areas, kind of, and they were saying that the face to face is the way to go, and I completely agree. So one suggestion would be to kind of, with our induction day, suggest that mature learners have kind of a coffee morning. And they kind of get to know each other, at least they kind of break the ice with that, and then follow on with the forum idea. And the last thing I have to tell you is I think it should be actually brought into a communications module, because no mature learner will log on and check out things themselves. It would have to be kind of something discussed, and it could be very much part of the communications, how you basically communicate with each other. So really the question I'm asking you is, do you think a forum idea or a boards or a website, blog, whatever you want to call it, to support mature learners would be an option for this college?
Okay, I think it's a good option. It would be a good option.
Okay.
But to get again that target group to engage in it.
Yeah.
I think once they become familiar with it, I think they will use it.
Yes.
Because they're quite demanding isn't the right word, but they are quite
absolutely
demanding.
Yeah.
They want feedback, they want answers, and they want so and they're a bit more tuned into what they're entitled to as well.
Yeah.
But they're not tuned into social media and technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think you would have to try and get staff to engage in it.
Do you think that it should be part of the communications? Do you think it should be?
Well, I think it could be worked in because every learner here does communications.
Yeah, that's
that would be the only way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it could be work experience as well. It could be part of a work experience module.
Yeah.
Because again, for CVs and for online training and everything, that forum thing is definitely.
Yeah, could definitely, and it would really be to help each other out. But I think unless they know it's there and they know that it's a step by step to use, because one of the students that I actually interviewed last year went on to our college. She was 50 and it was a big deal for her coming back, and she was very, even if she really wasn't able for the computers, and she's been in contact with me, and she set up her own blog, and she said, I'm not afraid because they've shown me what to do. And I was just like, oh wow, we should actually interview her for this course. I can edit all this. She just could not say enough good stuff, unbelievable. And also the chap Tony, everybody knows Tony, the guy that sang, he would be a great advocate. I think we should be videoing these people.
Well, I suppose they're the people we should be bringing back.
Yeah.
To talk to the people.
He said he'd do that, because I said this to Tony yesterday, and I was like, you can't be there to talk to everyone.
But then if we have mature people coming back to talk to mature people, why don't we have young people to come back to talk to young people if we want to be equal and if you're looking at equality. But then I think definitely our profile, last year the youngest was 17, and the oldest was, I think, 67. I think that was our learner profile. So it's huge diversity of learners and ages. But I do think it's very difficult. You might ask the staff to engage in this, but again, at induction, some staff take an hour to induct a class, to go through stuff. Some people take 20 minutes. So how to be, unless I think building it into a program,
I think it would have to be. I think it's the only way, really.
It would, and as Brendan said this morning, as part of our ICT strategy, every learner now has time in the computer room. So therefore, they could be shown how to engage in this process. And I definitely think blogs are fantastic. You know,
it is,
and I mean,
and
that
easy.
kind of thing.
They're so easy to use, blogs, truthfully, you know, like, I mean, they wouldn't even be setting it up. Okay, so you think it's a runner, you think it has to be locked in?
I definitely think
runner,
I think it could be a runner. I think it would have to be, I think, being part of a programme.
I think it's the only way it would work. And that way, if they were comfortable with it, they can do it at home.
I think it would be a good idea if you look at the communications module yourself and see if there's a learning outcome there that could be tied into. And if there was a learning outcome that could be tied into, therefore it could be incorporated into
that.
The assessment schedule.
And it's a bit like what Brendan was saying this morning. You know, it's nearly taking if teachers believe that it would take the work away from them, really, you know, they would be communicating themselves on it. And I know there'd be the whole thing that who'd monitor it and all the rest, but I just want to know if you think it would be a runner, and then we could work out like how it would do.
I think it's the way forward, really.
I think so, I think so.
And I think if learners are going on to third level, what they all say about here, it wasn't the certificate, it was the confidence they gained.
Oh, I know.
So that would be the main thing that mature learners would say here. It wasn't so much about, yes, of course, they'd done their modules, but it was the confidence they gained in the
It's what Kathleen said. She said, I've literally hit the ground running. She said, everybody, like the young ones, you know, she said they are trying to find their feet. They cannot believe it. She sketchbooks filled, like, and it's brilliant. And she said, if it was up to me, she said, I'd make it compulsory that everyone does this course. And it's a lovely thing to hear that, you know.
But you will find as well in talking to Carmel and for guidance and support, like a lot of learners who go straight into third level, that's why they drop out, because they just can't.
It's too much.
Too soon. They haven't got that.
But are we getting that across? This is off the point, but like, are we getting that across? Like, I mean, a lot of people think of us as kind of, you know, second chance. Yeah. Again, I think we might look at the prospectus this year and let's try and do it that way.
As you say, put what's at the back at the front.
Change things, make it more inviting, I suppose. And I was saying to Patrick, I think he should bring a mature learner and even a young one out with him, doing those things. And I know he was saying, like, how do you get the different courses? But like, one from visual arts, one from business. You could do that. You know, they'd probably like to do it. Okay, thank you very much.